All right, this is it, my fiends, the last episode of the Rat's Ass Podcast for 2024. So strap in. From Hollywood, it's the world-famous Mojo Elliott, here to rap about the stuff nobody really gives a rat's ass about, but I like to spin it, and spin it good. Rated E for explicit and exuberant. Season 2 of the Rat's Ass Podcast will kick off on January 3rd, though. We're not going away forever. All new episodes will drop on Tuesdays and Fridays next year, so I hope you can make it. All right, it's time to reveal what's in Santa's sack. Because I got to give it back. Got to give it back so Santa can use it to deliver presents to you on Christmas. All right, drum roll, please. Because I don't have a drum. But I can play the drums. I can at least do the roll. Congratulations to Ronnie Mall from Pryor, Oklahoma. He is the only one who got the clue. All right, congratulations, Ronnie. Way to go. The clue was you blow it up, play with it alone or with your friends. It bounces and rolls and comes with a hole by Johnson. Most of you guessed a blow-up doll. So I guess I could see that with the clue. But the prize inside Santa's sack, this big, fat, thick, hairy sack, is an autographed basketball from Magic Johnson. That's right. Not a blow-up doll, a basketball from Magic Johnson with a street value of up to 500 buckaroos. And it does come with a certificate of authenticity, easy for me to say. So when MJ kicks the bucket, the value could skyrocket for you. So congratulations, Ronnie. Good job. You have guessed what's in Santa's sack. Now I can give it back. Alexa, tell us a basketball joke.
The Phoenix Suns walk into a bar. The bartender asks, "Are you here to watch the NBA Finals?"
Oh, God, why did I ask? All right, what country do you think is the horniest? Alexa, how many countries are there?
There are 195 countries in the world today.
Okay,
This total comprises 193 countries that are member states of the United Nations and 2 countries that are non-member observer states, Vatican City and the State of Palestine.
Sometimes he just likes to show off. All right, let's look at the top 10 of the 195. All right, number 10, Mexico. Number 9 is Switzerland, followed by Spain at number 8. Malaysia checks in at number 7. Italy, surprisingly, not in the top 5. It's at number 6. You're losing your reputation, Italy. Come on, you guys better start humping a little bit more. Poland at number 5. China checked in at number 4. Russia at number 3. How do they have time to attack Ukraine then? Number 2 is Brazil. And the number 1 horniest country out of the 195 is Greece. Greece. What's missing here, folks? What's missing in the top 10? I'm a little embarrassed by this. The United States is missing from the top 10. What the hell? I mean, we're a nation built on all of these 195 countries, and we're not in the top 10? Oh, God, get Trump on the phone, man. We need to make America horny again. My God. Have I mentioned I hate the word horny, by the way? I mean, there's got to be a better word for feeling turned on than horny. God, it's just, I mean, that turns me off and I go, hey, you horny? No, not now. Thank you, not now. I feel a group project here. What's a better word? Email me at ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. Let's change this. The word horny. I can't be the only one who thinks that's just kind of bleh. All right, let's check out the Rat's Ass Podcast X feed for some extra cheese. This is where I pick out an interesting post on X and share a few comments to get us warmed up today. All right, Mongo Joe posted, it starts with the letter T, and everybody hates it. All right, Dilbert Blue, he said taxes, and I think we can agree with that. You know, we're taxed way too much in all the different ways that we're taxed. Have you ever thought about all the different ways that we're taxed? Chris Bentledge said Twizzlers. It's like, I don't know about that one. I have a friend who loves Red Vines and Diet Coke. Just loves it, so I don't know. That's maybe Chris doesn't like Twizzlers, but, you know, I like them. I don't love them, but who doesn't like a good Twizzler? Let's see. Jesse Flynn said traffic. Yes, taxes and traffic, definitely, especially here in California. Traffic's a bitch always. John Wad Van Dam said twats. It was like, I'm assuming he's British because in America we love our twats. Twats up. Twats this. What is that? We love our twats. And in Britain, a twat is not an intelligent person, a stupid person. That's how they refer to him. So I'm assuming John Wad is British. All right, Dr. Smitty said twerking. Really? Twerking? You don't like twerking? Or is that the only thing you could think of that starts with T? Alexa, define twerking.
Twerking is a form of the verb twerk, which is usually defined as to dance to hip-hop or pop music in a very sensual way, typically by thrusting or shaking the buttocks and hips while in a squatting or bent-over position.
What about bent over? Don't you like, Smitty? Come on. All right, who's ready for the Hollywood cheese? Justin Timberlake got tongues wagging on the socials after his bulge, or lack thereof, was highlighted by his tight undergarments during a show in Nashville recently. Fans are now referring to him as Justin Thimblelake. Thimblelake. Get it. It wouldn't be Christmas without a Travis and Tay-Tay story, would it? Apparently, Travis threw Taylor a really low-key private 35th birthday party, and he showered her with lots of roses, engraved jewelry, all of it totaling $175K. Sounds like something a football player would plan, doesn't it? Chocolate, roses, jewelry engraved. Sounds like he celebrated Valentine's Day. Hey, Travis, how about for $175K, you pull up a Tesla with a 3.5 carat diamond ring attached to the steering wheel, asking for her hand in marriage, buddy? Come on, her biological clock at 35 is going tick, 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 tick. If you don't do it now, I feel another Taylor Swift album coming on. Michelle Obama is celebrating Christmas with her friends. Jennifer Hudson, Oprah Winfrey, Kerry Washington, Jennifer Lopez, and Tyler Perry. Doesn't Michelle have any white friends? New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers says he didn't do himself any favors by dating some of the women he has in the past, namely Olivia Munn, Danica Patrick, and Shailene Woodley. Rodgers is currently humping the daughter of Milwaukee Bucks owner Wes Edens. Mallory. Have you seen Mallory? What some guys won't do for free season tickets. They'll do anything for it. Everybody is buzzing about the season 5 finale for Yellowstone, where Beth finally went toe-to-toe with her brother Jamie. They beat the hell out of each other, leading to Rip coming in, that's Beth's husband, and pulling Jamie off Beth, and she finally stabbed Jamie in the heart and killed him. Rip then took him to the train station and burned his SUV. That was how it ended. Do you have anybody you'd put in a truck and take to the train station? Tell you what, if your first thought there was Trump or Biden, I'm going to diagnose you right now with TDS and BDS. But who gives a rat's ass? All right, let's get into why you all come. The Rat's Ass Podcast email chat. This is where you email your comments, questions, and thoughts, along with your observations, to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com, and I respond. The more outrageous and salacious, the better. I do not read your emails in advance. My producer, Fleabag, forwards them to me with your name, where you're from, and rewrites them so I can respond rapid fire and on the fly. All right, so grab a brew or two and let's go. All right, Louis K. from Tyler, Texas says, how risky is it to break up with a girl before Christmas so I don't have to buy her a gift and then go back together with her after the holidays? Get back together with her after the holidays. Louis, do her a favor, man. Just break up with her. She deserves better, dude. Come on. Lexi P., Scottsdale, Arizona, says, I'm dating a guy who I love having sex with, but I can't stand him outside of the bedroom. How can I find a way to like him beyond the sex? I would say find something, no matter how small it is. Find something you do like about him and start focusing on that and then let it go from there. And if you can't do that, Lexi, I'd say write out the sex until you get tired of it, because you will. Max T. from Dresden, Germany says, I'm dating 2 girls, and as it turns out, they know each other. What's my next move? Wow, that's an interesting dilemma. I would look for a way for them to find out that they're dating you somehow, because then you can set it up so they compete for you. You see what I'm saying? Most affection wins, the best woman wins, that sort of deal. That's what I would do. And have fun watching it. Should be some good fireworks. All right, Jax B. in Fairbanks, Alaska says, a girl I dated for a couple of years is now dating my boss. Should I mention it to him or not? Wow, that's not an easy situation, Jax. God, what do you do in that situation? What do you have to gain by telling him, really? I think it's best if it comes from her because she'll downplay it, and it may not even come up at all. And in the meantime, look for another job. David D., Akron, Ohio. Have you noticed women being more friendly since Donald Trump was elected president? Dude, I'm from Los Angeles, man. Women here are rude regardless of who the president is. To give you an example, they'll beat your ass if you hold the door open for them. They really will. The other day I was at Costco, and you know how crazy Costco is with the shopping carts. A lady had filled up her cart, and I said, hey, I'll take that cart from you if you want. And she said, go get your own damn cart. And then she didn't return it. And I looked back, and the cart rolled into some poor schmuck's brand new Porsche Cayenne. I mean, California really should be called the bitch state, to be honest with you. Ava S. from Hobart, Australia. Where have you never had sex but want to? Good question, Ava. Where have you never had sex but want to? I guess I could come up with a really hip and cool place like the Eiffel Tower in Paris, but I'd be lying. Seriously, Ava, there isn't any place that comes to mind off the top, but I'll tell you what, I do miss waterbed sex. Full flotation mattress waterbed sex. It's the best. There's nothing like it. For the best Who's Your Daddy experience on the planet, got to do it on a waterbed, but just the full flotation mattress. All right, keep sending your emails with your thoughts, observations, comments, and questions to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com, and I'll give you my 2 cents that makes no sense on the next show on January 3rd. Plenty of time to keep sending them. I will read them all with Fleabag, and we'll get them on the air on January 3rd. All right, that's it for this episode of the Rat's Ass Podcast. The conversation continues on X. You'll also find us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, where you can link to our Rat's Ass Podcast blog. Just search for Rat's Ass Podcast. One more thing before I split. Did you know the dates 4/4, 6/6, 10/10, and 12/12 all fall on the same day of the week every single year? These are called doomsdays. These are days you should be planning on next year, reporting off work and staying in bed. All right? Shout-outs. Let's do some shout-outs here to the folks listening today or any day, because you can listen on demand in Queens, New York, Dallas, Texas, and Memphis, Tennessee. Also in Kirkcaldy, England, Windsor, Canada, and Luleå, Sweden. Thank you so much for listening to the Rat's Ass Podcast. Wherever you do listen, Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year to everybody. We'll do this again on January 3rd, 2025, whether you like it or not. And that's the wrap.